Hi, folks. I wanted to give you the screencast and a flipped agenda for this month's department meeting since we met in person in January on the 18th, and we were able to get together last Wednesday to work on the vertical essential standards. So here is the latest, greatest, up-to-datest information that was not shared at last week's meeting. And if you have any questions or discussion points or anything, I will be in my room at lunch pretty much every day this week. So please feel free to stop by with any questions, thoughts, or comments, or just to say hi, because I do love seeing you. All right, so here is the latest, greatest from English Curriculum Committee. Scott has scheduled two brief meetings with two of our three main feeder schools. He's already met with Buena Park Middle. It was a very short meeting last week, and I wasn't able to attend. I will be at the Beatty meeting next week with both the chair of the department over there and Scott, and I have yet to hear about Nicholas. If anyone is interested in attending with me, please shoot me an email and let me know. We will be piloting new curriculum starting next year. We've narrowed our three possible pilots, or our three pilot texts, to Common Lit, Actively Learn, and Study Sync. And Scott will be asking for volunteers to pilot a unit from each of these texts. He would like several people to do that because he felt like last time we didn't have enough piloting and we didn't get enough of a cross-section and representation of our district. So he's asking for several people to offer up their time and expertise, and he is looking at trying to get a little stipend for people who participate, and he'll have more info at the April set days. Thank you to everyone for completing the middle of the year benchmark. The data is available in Common Lit, and if we would like Scott to compile anything, please let me know and I'll ask him. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and poke around and start compiling stuff if you would like. Additionally, Scott has the iReady data for the incoming ninth graders, and I will make sure that I relink, because I'm not sure that I did that here, but I will relink that in our agenda so that we have it for our measures as well. Maggie is already looking at it in terms of who might be a good fit for Read 180 curriculum. And in addition to that, the iReady exams that our feeder schools use work with measuring Lexile levels. So Scott is currently looking for a test with Lexile measurements for our district, since that might allow a little more continuity, at least for our data tracking. So that's the most up to date from Curriculum Committee. We'll be meeting again at the end of the month if there's anything that you want me to take to them, or anything that you want me to look at in terms of book approvals. From leadership, I've got the minutes linked here, and the biggest things to kind of keep in mind are that on the 14th, we do have a full evacuation drill. It will be happening during 6th. We'll be on a special schedule for it. And heads up, some of us have 0 period. Maybe just let our second period classes know to report to the wing commanders in the effect of a disaster during 6th period. Any questions on that, please check with Mark Caliponi, especially if you are unaware of your role in these situations. And a form hopefully has been sent out, but I'll remind them again if they have not. Other things from leadership, please remember to use the 5-Star app to help keep track of student tardies and so on. From the discipline report, the freshmen are still the biggest issue regarding discipline and referrals. And Sanji is still looking for potential volunteers to work on a freshman committee to try to address the issue and see how we can help our freshmen transition and acclimate a little more successfully. Kim spoke a bit about the PLC process and let us know that there is some money if there are people who would like to work on PLC planning independent of the scheduled Wednesdays that we have. So for instance, if you're on one PLC team and you would like to touch base with your other level, that's a potential opportunity. If you would like to be part of a PLC team that works on developing the essential standards outside of that time, so that when you're with your team on Wednesdays, there can be more focus on the CFAs and that conversation, that is also an option. She would need a proposal in terms of who would like to partake, what that would look like in terms of Saturdays, after school, subtime, etc. And she will look at the proposal and go from there. Same thing also, there's some additional money for tutoring or parent workshops. So if you teach an AP class, for instance, and you want to have some tutoring sessions or review sessions like we may have done in the past, there is some money for that. She would also need a proposal for that. She's also interested in trying to maybe have some parent workshops. So if you are interested in having a parent workshop for your program, also she is taking proposals for that. So um, please let her know or let me know if there's something that you're interested in carving out some time for. Sanji also had a reminder to send any names of stellar students or students who are rising up for recognition in What's Good at the Park. He did send a form out to the entire staff. So if you have someone you would like to recognize, either staff or student, please take a moment to fill out the form. Dustin reminded us that we've got our Howl vote in March, and he says that the data is looking great in terms of the numbers of D's and F's that are being recorded. So bear that in mind. I believe that we'll be voting the week of March 7th through the 14th, but I think Nolina can confirm that for us. As far as our department, Kim said thank you for sharing the strategies that she shared with the district regarding CASP preparation. And the supply list that was submitted has been submitted to Angelica. So now we wait and hopefully things will come soon. The Pearson supplementals were also ordered as well. Kim did let us know that there was some extra money if you were looking to order some books that were not on the Pearson list. So some of you have already sent some titles. Thank you for that. I would just suggest that if you're still looking through some titles, perhaps send those to me and Silva within the next week and a half or so. I'll be meeting with Kim again in 2 weeks. And if we want to try to get the books in for this year, probably better to order sooner rather than later. The feeder school articulations are trying to happen. Scott has met with Buena Park Middle School. He met with them for about 15 minutes last week on the 8th, and I was unable to attend, so I will touch base with him to see what the discussion points were. He and I will be meeting with the chair over at Beatty on the 22nd, which is a week from tomorrow. So if you are interested, let me know. I'd be happy to have interested people join me. I don't think it will be a long meeting, and it will be happening during 6th period, I believe. And I have not heard as to whether or not he has met with the Nicholas people yet. As far as other stuff, thank you for your help with the vertical alignment. I do still have it linked there, and we are just about done with it. I do appreciate your time and energy on it. I know that Scott is hoping that we'll have completed drafts and able to put together a district-wide vertical planning guide by the end of the spring. So thank you for your help with that. I appreciate you above all things. Other things coming up down the pike in 2 weeks, we'll be attending CATE 2024 at the LAX Hilton. 4 of us will be going, 2 of us will be presenting. So please send good vibes into the universe. Thank you to Jill and Taylor for agreeing to attend the PLC conference in early June in Nevada. If you are interested in attending Solution Tree training but are unable to make the Nevada date, June 24th through 26th, Solution Tree will be presenting in Los Angeles, and Kim has money in case somebody would like to attend, and she is willing to pay for a hotel room as well. So if you're interested, please let me know or please let Kim know. Her goal is that bit by bit we train most people on our campus. I know as far as tech platform updates, I know Mark reminded us that if you are interested in some Grammarly premium accounts, to make sure that you've touched base with him. And if there are any platforms that you use that didn't get renewed, to please let him know as well. I believe that he and Kim will be meeting to go over a lot of that stuff up soon. So again, please let Mark know if there's something that we are that you are in need of and that you know you will use. And we do have a full staff PD day on March 29th. I'm not sure what the agenda for that is yet. I assume some of it is PLC. I'm not sure as to the rest. That is all of the updates that I have. That is all the updates that I have. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I will be in my room at lunch today, tomorrow, and Friday, and I'm happy to touch base. I do have one more additional piece. I'll be sending out a separate email. We have 2 students one from Cal State Long Beach and one from another university, both of whom need to accrue observation hours in English classes. If you are interested in hosting somebody who is in need of observing prior to their credential program, please respond back to the email. I'm trying to put together a schedule for them because they are hoping to start next week. I think that's everything. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much.